All right, guys. Morning. Hey, Alejandro. Morning. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and get started here. We're already kind of got a little bit of a late start today, so we have a fair amount to cover. So we'll go ahead and get started. I do have the risk disclosure up. Good morning, Sergey. I do have the risk disclosure up, guys, so you can take a look at that. Basically, the gist of the risk disclosure is that I'm not here in any sort of investment advisory kind of capacity as the market trader or Ray, the market trader. Okay. I'm not here to recommend or endorse to buy, sell any stock, instrument, or future. Okay. We all know that future trading does contain a fair amount of risk, and that we should not be using risk capital when engaging in the market. We should only be using capital that we can otherwise afford to lose without affecting our lifestyle. Okay. All right. let's let's move on from the risk disclosure here, and let's jump into the news here. If I can see. Okay, let's see here. Screen. There it is. All right. Okay, so we have the economic calendar. We're gonna again filter out for everything but only US. Okay, we're going to do 2 and 3 star events and then apply. All right. So really, the only event that we already had the some New York manufacturing index report come out. Came out under, I guess, under forecast. Obviously, did not have any impact in the market. Market is up on all fronts, equity wise. Okay, we have federal Fed Chair Powell speaking here at 12:30 Eastern time, which has the potential of impacting the markets. And then we obviously have the 10 a.m. expiration, so that's kind of standard and should be part of your checklist there. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and move to the markets. Okay, I'm gonna double confirm here that you guys can. Oh, you guys still looks like you're still stuck on the news here. So let's move that away. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna modify that here in a second. Okay. All right. So it should be visible now. You should be seeing my chart here and chart of gold. All right. Yeah, it's quite possible. Okay, excellent. All right, everybody can see my chart, which is good. All right, so let's get started. So we're going to go ahead and start with the daily chart. Okay, I have some numbers. These are old numbers, so I wouldn't read into those too much. Just kind of plopped in what I need to capture here. All right, so looking at the daily chart, and we look at the series of candles that we've been making of late here. Okay, we have a series of higher highs and higher lows. We're coming up on a relatively important level on the daily, daily supply level. I would say around 2450, 2460 range. This area right here is kind of what I'm looking at right now. Okay, this area and right now we really haven't had any sort of rejection away from it. So this is kind of like a neutral color. I don't know if this is neutral or not, but it's certainly not red or green. Okay, it is maybe off green. In any case, the idea here is to kind of identify an area where we could potentially see some selling. All right, okay, we do have some sellers here in the past, so chances are if we come up to this level 24, let's call it 24.45 all the way up to 24.55. This area right here could generate a bit of selling, right? Because again, if we're going to remain in this range, then the expectation is that we can look to the left and identify, when did we sell last? Well, that's an area there, okay? But nonetheless, we still remain in a bullish, kind of market structure here in the gold market. All right, for our chart. Okay, for our chart, see if I can locate my bars here. Okay, so for our chart, I'm going to turn off initial balance here. Okay, so here we are developing a little bit of a bullish engulfing candle up against settlement price. Okay, still very much structure. Okay, still very much structure to the upside. We seem to be getting a fair amount of selling here. Okay, up at the top here at around 24.30. Okay, 24.30 seems like this has been a little bit resistant so far, although the candle is still very much bullish here. Okay, so I'm gonna, let's see, what can I do? Okay, all right. So from a demand perspective, okay, I'm gonna identify this area right here, this area down here at right around we're going to call it 24.97, okay, as a demand zone. All right, this area here. Oops, that's when I lose. Okay, 24.97. Actually, you know what? 24. Yeah, we're going to keep the same. We're going to keep the 4-hour demand here the same here. Okay. I'm looking to the left and seeing if I can locate some sort of supply zone here. Okay. And really, we'd have to go back to the tops here. Basically, the area I've identified as a daily supply here. So I don't anticipate this 24.43 changing. All right. So we have 24.44.3 as a 4-hour supply. We have 23.98.2 as a 4-hour demand. All right. Moving on to the 30-minute chart. Okay. What did I do? There it is. Okay. All right. So we're going to expand this bit, make it a little bit more visible. Turn this off for a second. Okay. I'm just going to widen this out and still not lose my levels here. Okay. Okay. All right. So first thing we're going to do here is we're going to use the fixed range volume profile and identify the volume profile from Friday. Okay. So we're going to look at Friday. We're going to look at the 8:30 bar here, 8:30 Eastern. Okay. Going to drag that across to the 4:30 bar here. Okay. 4:30. Okay, there it is. All right. So our value area high, okay, is this level right here. Okay, this is our value area high level. That's coming in at 24.22.10. So I'm going to go in here, 24.22. Okay. That one is our value area high level. Our value area low is down here at what's that? 2407.4. Value area low 2407.4. Okay. 7.4 is our value area low. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and identify our average daily range levels. Okay. Again, here, just going to use this here just to kind of help me identify the top here. It looks like it's, what is that? 2434.5. 2434.5. Yes, it's in honor of it's in honor of Spain winning the World Cup, not World Cup, European Cup. 2434.5. I don't know how many of you folks watch the the nice football matches yesterday. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. See, average daily range high, and then average daily range low is again going to help me see. It's going to identify this range here. Okay, right about there. Looks like it's 2404.4. Average day at 2404.4. Okay, is our average daily low. Okay. Let's see. The only last piece of information that we need to keep here is our ASR. Okay, we're going to go ahead and open that up. Looks like we've already exceeded ASR here at 2444.3. 2444.3. Okay, so ASR high is looks like it's 24. Is it 2414.3? Sorry, guys. So ASR high is 2414.3. Okay. 2414.3. And then we have ASR low here at what is that? 2396. Let's see. 2396 is low. Average is 2398.1. Okay. ASR low is 2398.1. Okay. All right. Value area low, I think we already captured. Okay, so I think these are the levels that we're going to be looking at in today's market here. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and make sure I've captured that in my cell here. 23 for 4-hour supply. That doesn't look recent. Try this one more time. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and copy these into the spreadsheet here for Top Step, okay, to identify our levels for today, and then we'll talk through some hypos here, okay? Okay, let's see. Did we not capture settlement? I think settlement. So last thing I think I missed here, guys, was settlement 2420.7. Okay, 2420.7. We got let's see, 24.7.20.7. ASR. ASR high, so 2420.7. 20.7. Okay. And then is our settlement price. We have we got 2414.3 as our ASR high. Just updating this spreadsheet, guys. And then we have here 2407. We have average daily range low, okay, at 2404.4. Average daily range low, and then we have ASR low at 2398.1 is our average session range low, and then we've already captured our 4-hour demand. Okay. All right. So what can we expect out of this market? Okay. Well, let's run through a couple of scenarios here. Okay. So right now, initial balance has been or is in the process of being established here. Okay. So there's our initial balance range is relatively for now. This is the very first 30-minute candle here. All right. Now we are on right up against value area high. Okay. So if we are unable to exceed value area high, and we've already made at least a couple of candles here, we could easily rotate through. Okay, rotate through value. Okay, we've exceeded value here 1, 2, 3 times, have not been able to close above. So what do? We start to market lower. All right, looking for buyers. So right now the sellers have outnumbered the buyers. Okay, you can see here. You can see here with the increase in volume delta. There's far more selling pressure than there is buying pressure. So what do we do? Well, we need to look for locations to participate in this. Now, the problem that we have here is that we have a prior ASR high here in the way. We also have a daily VWAP in the way. So from a risk reward, risk above value area high for, potential target is really not a great risk reward trade here. Okay. To participate in this. Okay. Now, if we do manage to close below, right, this 2414.3 level, then that opens price up down to the ADR low or value area low. Okay. And potentially beyond. Okay. So that for me offers a little bit more of an interest. Okay. What I'm afraid of is price stalling around this price and continuing to the upside. Okay, that's kind of my current concern in taking a short trade at this point. All right, so we are around settlement price. We've already captured that as 2420.7. So that's a bearish scenario, right? We can take a trade down to here, maybe down to VWAP. Okay, the other option is that we can trade down to here, have it reverse. Okay. Yeah, they have the potential, Alejandro. They have the potential because the average session range is based on the open of the New York session. So yes, okay, that they have the potential of changing. Correct. Okay, but these levels are levels nonetheless. They were past levels, but levels nonetheless. Okay. All right. So that's a bearish scenario. Now, if we do come back down to maybe to value area low, maybe down to ADR low, that could offer me a couple of scenarios or locations for bullish trade. Okay, down in these levels because nonetheless we are on a higher time frame in what do you call it? Kind of a higher time frame structure is bullish. Okay, so that would be a scenario to the bullish side. Right now, it feels like we are in range. Okay, we are in this kind of value area range. Right, we've come up, we've regressed off this level, we've come up on this level again, and we're going to regress. So potentially regress further. Now, the area again that has me kind of pausing on taking any sort of short here is this area right here because we technically have not broken any structure to the downside, right? This is not bearish structure at this point, right? We have daily structure up, we have 4-hour structure that's up, and we have 30-minute structure that is up, right? So do I really want to take a short at this point? Not with some sort of break in structure. Okay. So if I draw my channel here, okay, technically, maybe if I get this candle to close here in the next minute, that maybe that's my first indication that I have some structure that's broken to the downside. Okay. The only problem that I have, or the only problem that I have to kind of, I guess, think through is there enough opportunity here without price, reversing against me, right? Because again, I'm dealing with market structure on the higher time frame that is up. Okay. All right. Just taking a peek here. Hopefully, I answered your question, Alejandro. these ASR levels can change with the open of the US market, and that's a half hour away. All right. So for me, I'm going to be, even though I've gotten some structure of some volume delta to indicate that we do have some support to the downside, I'm going to be, again, wait for this initial balance range to kind of establish here, and potentially look for an opportunity if I'm long for a break of initial balance to the upside, using ADR here as my target. That would be the more logical kind of direction for this market, and it's aligned with the higher time frame. Okay. All right, so we've gotten the confirmed candle below. Now the question is, are we going to get an acceleration? Are we going to get another candle that gives us equal amount of volume to the sell side? So far, we haven't. So far, it's been neutral. Okay, so far the volume hasn't really accelerated to that side. All right, so that's kind of what I'm thinking of at this point in the gold market. If there's no other questions, then we'll go ahead and move on to crude. Okay, we'll move on to crude oil. All right, so we're going to go ahead and close this down and open up the crude oil market, which is this one here. Okay, all right, we're going to quickly look at the daily. All right, daily chart. We're going to remove some drawings here. All right, we're going to turn off this, and we're going to turn off this. And what we're looking for here is on the daily, okay, what is the general direction that the market is looking to go? Okay, nothing, nothing too fancy, right? Here, right? We're just trying to arrive at the general direction of the market. Okay, so again, if I start from the left-hand side and move my way across, well, I pretty much was in a bullish structure up until recently. Okay. And why do I say that? Well, it looks like we've moved from, kind of this bullish structure to a structure that's looking a little bit rangy. Okay. This looks a little bit rangy to me. Okay. Right here. All right. So we're moving into a structure that's a bit neutral, right? Right here. If I do this up here, a little bit neutral. Okay. Doesn't exactly know which direction of the market we want to go. So in that case, well, I have to emphasize the edges of this, right? I need to be buying down at 81.30 level. I need to be looking to sell around 84.50, right? Until this range gets broken one direction, one way or the other. All right. So for our chart, okay, again, we're just kind of expanding what we already identified on the daily chart. Okay, so we are seeing a little bit of a sequence here. Again, looking at the candles in a kind of within the same level. All right, we have this range, but if we look, a little bit closer, we do see some structure that indicates that maybe the price of crude oil, that we may be looking to go higher here in the 4-hour chart. I see that maybe we've developed a little bit of a demand zone, all right, demand area right about this level. Why do I say that? Well, again, we got to push higher. Okay, we got a test of this level, rejected. We're back at this again, test of this level, hasn't really rejected it the way as strongly as it was rejected in the past, but nonetheless, it hasn't closed back inside this area. So as long as price does not close back inside this area, I have to anticipate that maybe we are looking to potentially hit higher. Okay. All right. I'm going to actually color that in as green here. All right. So let's take a look at the 30-minute chart. Okay. 30-minute chart here. Okay. We're going to expand this. This is where we start capturing some of these levels. I don't know what this is in the bottom. Going to get rid of that. Okay. All right. We're going to go ahead and expand this a bit, and then we're going to start capturing our levels here. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and open up, let's say here, let's see. Open up our text box here and start capturing some levels. So I'm going to start off with levels that I captured here in gold, and we're going to go down the line here. Okay. So first things that we're going to look at is the 4-hour supply zone. and I have a little tool that helps me with identifying that. And that's the, where is that now? I don't see it. Okay, well, actually, let's go ahead and find it. Something called BJ levels, okay, is what I use to help me with the supply and demand zones. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take this away for a second so I can see them. All right, so I have a 4-hour supply here at what looks like 83.99. Okay, so 83.99 as a 4-hour supply. I have a 4-hour demand here at 81.86. For 81.86 here is a demand. 81.86 as a 4-hour demand. Now, for the rest of this, we're going to need to move to the 30-minute chart. So we're going to do this. All right. I'm going to turn off some of these things because they're a bit distracting. And then we're going to start off with our volume profile here. Okay. We're going to identify our value area highs and value area lows here first. Okay, so here we are. We're going to locate the 9 o'clock candle from Friday, which is this candle right here, and I drag this across to the 4:30 candle, which is right here. Okay, there's our value area. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and extend this line here up on the top. Okay, and that brings us to looks like 83.15 as our value area high. Okay, 83.15 as our value area high. And then we have value area low. Okay, we're just kind of capturing levels at this point. It looks like, what was that, 82.15? Value area low is 82.15. 82.15 is value area low. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and open up our ADR levels. Okay, we have an ADR level here at what is that? Looks like 82.90 is our average daily range high. 82.90 average range high. That's where we catch our value here. Now we're going to go ahead and ADR low here. Looks like is 81.43. 81.43 is our ADR low. Okay, 81.43, average daily range low. And then we're going to go ahead and turn that off. We're going to open up our ASRs here. We have new levels, right? We have 82.73, 82.73 as ASR high. 82.73 ASR high, ASR low, 81.51. ASR low, 81.51. 81.51. Okay, that's our ASR low. Settlement is 82.21. 82.21. 82.21 is our settlement price. I think, I think that captures all of it. All right. So what are some scenarios that we should be looking for in crude oil? Okay. Well, first of all, we are potentially looking what looks like we've already opened inside value here. Okay. Open inside value from Friday. So what does that tell us? That we might be looking into more of a neutral market, ranging market today. Okay. Range basically remaining in this value area range is kind of what I'm saying here. Okay. We have a relatively small start, but we just opened the session here a few minutes ago, right? So can't read into that too much. We're going to be waiting for another 30-minute candle for this initial balance range to get established. Okay, so let's see. That's ASR high. Yeah, that looks right. All right, so we're in range. Then we need to look at some of these extremes. The fact that we have this kind of choppy kind of price action here up on the bottom, right? I'm gonna, if I'm gonna be looking long, all right, then I want to see some break of structure to the upside. If I'm looking short, I need to break some structure to the downside. The problem is I have, average daily range, right, or average session range right there. Okay, so I have to potentially mute my expectations on how far this market could potentially go here. I have some reference levels that could cause price to stall it once it breaks the, assuming that it breaks the structure to the upside, and the same is true to the bottom side. Now, so what can I do instead? Well, I can let the market participants do their thing, right? Break some of these levels, and then look for maybe a failed auction kind of trade up here at 82.73, or failed auction trade here at 81.51. Those are kind of my, selling up here, buying down here. Those are kind of the levels that I'm kind of looking at here in the crude oil market. Okay, so let me go ahead and capture these levels inside the spreadsheet, and then we'll go ahead and move on to the equities. Okay, equities market. I'm taking a look to see if there's any questions. I don't see any questions, so we're going to go ahead and move on. All right, move on to the equity market. Okay. All right. Okay. Moving on to the equity market. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down here for a second and open up NQ, which is over here, and we'll expand that out. Okay, we're gonna keep that there if we can, and we're gonna move this to the daily chart. Okay, daily chart. We're gonna move this over to the center. Gonna turn off ASR and initial balance for now. Okay, and then just take a look at what direction is the market. What is the market trying to do? Well, the market has been trying and been quite successful in staying in this kind of bullish trend. Okay, we've continued to staircase to the upside, right? So we are inside. We remain in bullish structure on the daily side. Okay, we don't. I would not change that opinion until until we start to break some of this structure to the upside, right? Until we start to break some structure below this channel, then I have to look for prices to continue to head higher. Okay, so daily very much bullish. 4R again, equally as bullish, but we did get an engulfing candle here. I don't know what these lines are just yet. Let's see what happened to my. Let's locate my levels here. Sorry guys. Want to make sure I have those with me. Okay. So looking at my levels here. All right. I'm going to go ahead and remove these lines for now. I'm not sure exactly what they're being generated from. So again, here we are in this 4-hour structure. We're gonna start by locating our supply and demand zones. Okay, so we have a demand zone here at 20,000. Yeah, 20,345.75. That has not been broken, and we really don't have a supply zone. We have a high. Right at around almost 21,000. But we don't have a level that has been tested, right? In order to have a demand zone or a supply zone, not only do we need a price to move away from that area, but we need price to reject it, right? And right now we've yet to get a rejection. So we don't have a supply zone 4 hour. We've been in this kind of price discovery, where we continue to, push new highs. We haven't had any structure, and any structure that we had to the supply side has been broken. Okay. So basically, we have 21,000 as our reference level, right? Not quite 21,000, but close enough for government work. Okay. So demand level we've already captured, is already captured here. So our demand. We're going to go ahead and move to our 30-minute chart. Okay. 30-minute chart is here. Okay. We're going to turn off this level. We're going to turn off the channel, and so that we can kind of really focus in on what we're seeing here. Okay, let's see here, just kind of expanding this as much as I can, giving you guys visibility and context to the charts. And then we're going to go ahead and start with the drawing of the volume profile. Okay, so we're going to locate the candle here from what is this, from Friday. Okay, so we're looking for Friday's candle here. Okay, so right about there. We're going to be looking for the 9:30 candle is here. I'm going to drag that across to the 4:30 candle, which is here. Okay, so what does it look like? Well, it looks like we're going to open inside a range. Okay, inside range means ranging price action means that we are in balance. Okay, or we're potentially open inside balance, which again indicates that we're going to be in a range. Okay, so let's see here. We got on the top side, value area high. We have 20,000, looks like 675, 75 is our value area high. 675.75 is our value area high. Okay. Then we have our value area low here is pretty much looks like it's settlement. So we're going to use that, say average, what's that? Value area low looks pretty much the same. I'm going to use that same reference level of, what is it? 20,524 as our value area low. So we have already two pieces of information confluence on the importance of that level, 20,524. Okay. It's not only going to be my value area low, right? It's also going to serve as my settlement price. Okay, so we have these both at the same level, 524. Okay, might be slightly different, but I think it's pretty much on top of each other here. So I'm going to just use that as my reference. Okay, so two data points indicating that we're going to be. This is a very relatively strong level here. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and open up ADR. Okay, we're going to go ahead and open up ADR. Where is my ADR? Not ASR, but ADR. There it is. Okay, so ADR. Okay, we're going to extend this line across. Okay, so we're looking at 20,724.75, 20,724, 20,724.75. Okay, as my average daily range high. My average daily range low is down here at 20,440. Okay, 20,440. Okay, right here, 440. Okay, that's my average daily range low. Okay. Let's see now. Let's go ahead and open up ASR here, although ASR might come in. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. ASR here. Okay, we're going to turn off ADR here for a second. Okay, ASR. Now, like I said, these levels may adjust. Okay, but these levels are levels nonetheless to be aware of. Okay, so we have what 20,554 as our average session range low. 20,554. Okay, so we're going to put this somewhere here, right above our settlement price. So we have 20,554. Okay, that's our average session range high. Okay, this is from Friday. Okay, average session range low 2332. 2332. Okay, is our 20,332 dot, what is that? 25. Not 25. Okay, that's our average session range low. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So now that we have our levels, I think we captured everything. We covered our average value area highs, our average daily ranges, our what settlement price here is 20,005. Was that 20,591? 20,591. 20,591. Oh, that's EMA. What am I doing? Where's settlement? Oh, we already captured that. Sorry. That's 524. Yeah. So in this case, we have settlement and our average value area low at the same level. Okay. All right. So what are we looking at here? All right. Let's turn this off here. So price right now has the potential of opening up inside range. So what does that mean? Okay. Well, I'm going to be looking at settlement price and maybe value area low as a potential buy. Okay. This area here, average session range high, could also be an area to support a long trade, right? Ideally, I'd like to get down to this level here because I have a couple of areas of confluence here. I got value area low and settlement. So this area here down at 20,524 could be an interesting level for me to participate. Okay. We had, I guess this structure here still hasn't really, well, I guess it completed here on the very in one full swoop here, right? But we've been grinding, I guess, a bit to the upside, right? We haven't really made any new highs. We still remain inside this inside this bearish candle here, right? So as long as we stay inside this bearish candle, as hard as it might imagine or might be to say this, is we need to see if we, look for opportunities to the short side. Okay. But we have to be aware that we have some areas here. We can't be, we can't marry that. Okay. Because again, we have market structure on the higher time frame that indicates that we are looking to go higher. Okay. So if I'm going to participate in a potential long trade, well, for one, I'm going to wait for my initial balance range to establish. We're actually a few minutes away from that happening, right? We're about 7 minutes away from the initial balance range opening of the market here. Okay, so we'll have to wait for that to happen. But we are at a reference level, and currently at this EMA level that could offer us an opportunity to the long side, right? Okay, so what I'd like to see is a break of structure, right, to indicate to me that the resources are there and available right now, right? So because right now we really technically haven't really made, well, every time we made a new high, we did make a new high here, was rejected. Okay. So for me to participate in the long, I'd like to see a definitive move, right, where we break structure to the upside and then maybe I participate right around this 20,000, let's say 650, 655 is kind of what I'm looking at right now. If it's unable to break that, then I have to look lower. Okay. So let's make sure I capture this in the spreadsheet here, my NASDAQ numbers, and we'll take a peek at the chat to see if there's any questions. I'm not seeing it at the moment. Okay, and then we'll move on to the ES here. Okay, so let's put our finishing touches here on the let's see, what's that? Yeah, that was average daily range high. And then we have value area 675, 75, 675, 675, 75 is our value area high. Okay. Let's see, make sure I captured all these numbers now. Got 554, 524, 245. Okay, we have 440. As our average daily range high, low. Just putting the finishing touches here on the spreadsheet here, guys, before, and then we'll move on to the ES 440, and then we have our average session range low here. Okay. All right. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to the ES. All right. So we're going to shut this down here. We're going to open this up here, and we're going to ask ourselves the same question that we've been asking ourselves on the daily chart. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and turn some of these things off because we don't need them at the moment. Okay. We're going to remove any drawings that we have here. Okay. So, okay. So we're looking to start with the daily. Okay. Daily charts trying to make some new highs. Okay. What's the structure? Bullish. Okay. Structure's bullish. Okay. This is as a best example of a bullish market structure that I can come up with. Okay. 4-hour chart. Okay. 4-hour chart, same kind of forecast here. Okay. We continue to make new highs. We continue to make break structure to the upside. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on some of this. And we're going to first identify what our 4-hour demand zone is here. I'm going to go ahead and use numbers that I captured on the NASDAQ as a starting point, and then gives me a sense of what I need to be capturing here. Okay, so here we are. So 4-hour demand is, let's say 55, 20, 25. Okay, that is our 4-hour demand. Looks like I didn't capture. Did I not capture for a similar demand level on the NASDAQ? Looks like I did not. Okay, so let's we'll come back to that. So we have 4-hour demand on the ES. Okay, is what is it? Is 55, 50. Let's call it 5519.50. 5519.50 is our 4-hour demand. Okay. We're going to go ahead. Okay. We're going to go ahead and move on to the 30-minute chart and do the rest of our analysis there on that time frame. Okay. Where is it? Okay. Right about here. I'm going to stretch this out as much as I can. Okay. Move this up. Yeah, I'm just trying to provide me as much real estate here to, give me proper context on the market and also do my analysis here. Okay. So this gets closer to the market here. Go ahead and turn this off here for now. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so let's start with our value profile, volume profile. We're going to locate the 930 bar from Friday, drag that across to 430. Okay, there we have it. Okay, similar to Nasdaq, although this appears to be a little bit more bullish. Okay, we are on the higher end of this value area. We don't know exactly how we're going to open. We're about a minute away from our open, but looks like we're going to open. If not above, we're going to open just on the. Well, looks like we just opened on the just under. Okay, just under. So we're going to go ahead and open up initial balance here. Okay, so initial balance is being established. So let's start with our value area high level here. Okay, value area high is what was that? 54. What is that? There's a lot of numbers here, guys. Sorry. We have price and value area and all kind of confluencing here. We got 56. I'm going to call it 5691. Okay, 5691 as our value area high. 5691. 5691. What was that? 5691. Try this again. Yeah, I will call it 5691.50 as our value area high. Value area low is down below here. It's relatively wide value area, to be honest. Let me turn off initial balance here for a second. It's confusing me. Okay, so let's see. 56, 56, 56. 56, 56 is our value area low. Value area low, 56, 56. I'm going to change that. 56, 56. 56, 56 is our value area low. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and open up our ADR ranges here. We have an ADR high here at, what is that? ADR high at 50, let's say 57.0525 is our average daily range high. So 57.05. 57.05 25 is our average daily range high. Average daily range low is, looks like it's going to be 56.57 is our average daily range low. Okay, average daily range low, 56.57. 56.57. 56.57 is our average daily range low. Okay, 56.57. Okay, average daily range low. We're going to go ahead and open up our ASR now. That's probably going to be a little bit more accurate since the market is opened here. So it's 57. Looks like 57.0175 is our average session range high. 57.0175. 57.0175. Average session range high, average session range low, 56.666. Oops, that's kind of a average session range, 56. Okay, 5666.50. 5666.50 is our average session range low. We not capture? We did capture our average daily range low. Our settlement price is 56.6475. 56. 56.6475 is our settlement price. Okay. And let's see, anything else? We recaptured average daily range once. We don't need to do it twice. Get that out of there. Okay. So these are the levels that we're looking at. Okay. For the NASDAQ. I mean, not NASDAQ, for the S&P. Okay. So what are some hypos? Well, let's go ahead and turn on initial balance now. Okay. So it looks like, price is trying to get above value, right? If we do break some structure, this looks a little bit more cleaner bullish structure than they say the NASDAQ. Okay. But if we do manage to break above structure, then ASR and ADR come into play, or basically the highs of Friday. Okay. Right. That opens this area up. Okay. And we have volume here, right? Supporting that, right? Volume is supporting this. Okay. First things first is we need to get above this structure here, right? We need price to close above, let's say 56.95, let's say 56.95. Okay. And that will open us up to a potential move back up to the highs of 57.05. Okay. So that's kind of what we're looking at from a bullish perspective. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and draw an anchored VWAP here. Okay. Right at this level here. Okay. Come on now. What happened to my anchored VWAP? Okay. There it is. So that's another area where I could participate to the long side. Okay. So I have two areas. I have, assuming we can get above, I say assuming, right? Assuming we can get above value area high, that's going to be the first test. Okay. Second thing is I need to break structure to the upside. If I get those two things happening, then it opens this area up for a target for a bullish trade. Okay. If I'm looking bearish, well, I probably need to focus more on the highs of Friday to support a bullish trade. Okay. I'm not bullish, sorry, bearish trade. If I'm looking bearish, I need to look at highs of day. All right. In order to participate on that. Otherwise, I need to look for bullish opportunities in this market. All right. So let me go ahead and capture some of these levels here and add it to the spreadsheet. Okay. Okay. Average daily range low. I need one of those. Okay. So that's kind of what I have for the ES market. Take a look here to see if there's any questions. I'm going to take a peek here at some of the lesser markets. We're going to be looking at RBOB and Platinum to kind of close out this session here. So we're going to go ahead and modify this. We're going to modify. Let's start with Platinum. Okay. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and take a look here at the daily, ask ourselves the same question we ask ourselves of all the other markets, and ask ourselves, what is the market trying to do? Okay. What is the market trying to do? We're going to remove all the drawings here. Well, the market is trying to move lower. Okay. We have a series of candles here that are overlapping, right? It's a little bit neutral, I would say, but we have a series of the if I look at these more recent candles, the stronger candles are on the bearish sides, right? We have a strong candle here, relatively strong candle here, right? So looks like it wants to move lower here. Okay, I start to the left, right? I broken some structure to the upside. I've headed down. Have not really broken any significant structure to the upside. So yeah, platinum looks like it wants to head lower. 4-hour 4-hour chart. Well, 4-hour chart is developing a bearish engulfing candle here. I'm not sure I understand your question, Alejandro. What do I think looking above and fail? Yeah, I mean, right now, yeah, I mean, if we get a move that maybe takes us up to 1040 or maybe takes us up to 1020, yeah, I would expect that maybe potentially failing. Okay. I do have some volume, some selling pressure coming in. There's a lot of sellers coming into this market right now in in the uh in the platinum. Okay. So looking at these levels, okay, we have a demand zone here. Okay, I'm going to start capturing some of these levels. So we have a 4-hour demand. Okay, that is right. We're right above it. Okay, 4-hour demand right above it here at let's say, what level is that? 994.3. 994.3. Okay, we have some supplies above here right at 1004. Okay, we have 1004 for our supply at 1004.3. Okay, so yeah, I mean the price right now is well within range. Okay, so until we get some break of structure one way or the other, right now we're going to remain in range. Right now it says buy at 995, sell at 1000. Right, that's kind of what it's looking like right now in the platinum. Okay, 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart. Okay, 30-minute chart. We have start to look at some of these other things that we care about. We have our our average session range already opened. Our initial balance we're going to open right now. Okay. Right now we are already closed technically our initial balance range for this market. I think. Let's see. This is they open up. Yeah, we technically have reached the initial balance range. Okay, okay, and we had kind of a little bit of I would say kind of an exhaustive candle here to the downside. Okay, which could translate into some sort of potential reversal in price here. Let me go back to my 4-hour here really quick so I can regain my. What happened to my? Oh, there it is. I'll regain this, and I'm going to move on to the 30-minute chart. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, where is it now? Okay. All right. Now that I got that back, let's turn this off here. Okay. All right. So we have an initial balance range. We've already kind of reacted away from. Looks like we've already reacted away from ASR. Okay. So I'm going to capture that ASR level now. So we have ASR high here at 1013.9. Okay. ASR high at 1013.9. We have ASR low. Okay. ASR low at 990.8. Okay. And then let's capture. Usually I capture it the other way around, but our ADR levels here. We have ADR high here at what's that look like? 1029.4. Okay, so so this is our ADR range, 1029.4. And then we have ADR low, which is 1001.7. Okay. 1001.7. Okay. So, what to make of this market? Well, looks like we are kind of in a, pretty strong sustained auction to the downside, okay, in platinum. If we do manage to close below initial balance, then that would give me further evidence that we are, looking to head lower, okay? Now, we have to be guarded, I would say, with a potential failed auction to the downside, okay? Why do I say that? Because we are coming into some 4-hour demand zones, 4-hour demand levels. And anytime we come into those levels, they don't break, on the first attempt, right? So there is a potential here that we could get a failed auction, but in order to get a failed auction, I need to start to see some reversal, kind of a 3-bar reversal candle series, right? I get a potential break, it fails, and then potentially we rotate through initial balance. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking as my number one hypo in platinum is kind of a failed auction trade. Okay, maybe as low as this 990 level to offer me an opportunity to take the market back to the upside. Okay. If I'm bearish, well, then I need to look at VWAP or ASR high as an area for me to participate to the short side, or maybe even the EMA 23-day, 233-day EMA for opportunities. Okay, so gonna move this down here so you guys have it. Settlement is 1013.3, so we'll add that. Settlement is 1013.3. All right. All right. So let's look at the last market. Okay, and that's RBOB. Okay, so we'll quickly get through that and call it a day. Sorry, it looks like I went too far into detail here with some of my analysis. It caused me to go beyond our normal time. All right, so what is the daily doing? Well, the daily is doing what looks like it's creating some structure to the downside. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and turn off this. Yeah, so we're starting to create some lower highs and lower lows. Okay, the last kind of area for buyers to really step in without moving lower is right where it's at right now. Okay, this 248, 248, yeah, 248, $2.48 level is kind of what we're looking at here. Okay, so we've broken some structure to the downside. We're starting to break some structure, some bullish structure here to bearish. Okay, so next stop looks like it might be as low as 240, maybe as low as 234. Okay, that's kind of what it looks like to me on the daily 4-hour chart. Okay, 4-hour chart. Okay, again, we have a developing bearish candle that is looking to break some price structure to the left. Okay, we have I'm not sure what this is, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Okay, all right, so we are again creating a little bit of a staircase to the downside, and we have bearish volume to support. All right, 30-minute chart. Okay, 30-minute chart. I'm going to go ahead and open this up here. Okay, open this nice and wide. All right, so we're going to go ahead and open up our initial balance range. There's our initial balance range, which I would say is quite wide. Okay, we're coming into, let's see where our ADR is in reference to some of this. Okay, so we've already exceeded ADR to the downside. Okay, we have ASR levels just below us. Okay, but the fact that we're able to break ADR relatively early in the session is an indication that we might be in a sustained auction down in RBOB. All right, so let's start capturing some of these levels here. Okay, so we have ADR high here at let's see what that is looks like 253. 28, I think. 253.28. Okay. ASR is 251.70. Okay. And then ADR low is being exceeded as we speak here. What was that 248 and change? 248.93, 2.48, 2.4893. And then we have ASR low here at 247.70, looks like $2.47.70. We have settlement at what is settlement at 251.53, 2.5153. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and draw our value area is really the only thing that remains here. Then we can talk through some hypos and we can call it a day. So looking at Friday here, okay, we'll take the 830 candle, drag that across to the 430 candle. So yeah, it looks like we opened below value. All right, below value, indicating that bears are very much in control of the market. We have volume here to support lower prices. We are coming into some areas that could cause reversals, but we've already broken one level to the downside. Okay, we're probably another 10 minutes away from that, to confirm. We have a relatively wide initial balance range, so that maybe we bounce between balance ranges. That's also a possibility. I'll be looking at IB edges, given that I have an ASR range kind of as a support area down below. So what to look for in this market? Well, I would say that our first look needs to be bearish. Okay, if we do get a break below initial balance, and it holds, okay, and can't get back inside initial balance, then we are looking to lower prices. Now, given this wide initial balance range, I think it's ripe for a failed auction trade, right, where we kind of break below initial balance and reverse, away from it, assuming that we can hold above the ASR low here. Okay, if this proves to hold and create some structure here, maybe a 3-bar reversal, and we close back into initial balance, then we could have a initial balance rotation trade back to the highs. Okay, in RBOB. Okay. All right. I know that I went way over time, guys. Looking to see if there's any final questions. Does not look like there is. So we're going to go ahead and close this session, a very drawn out session, I might add, today. Wishing you guys to trade well and safely in the markets today. Trade like a pro. Be a market trader. All right, guys. Have a good day trading, and I'll see some of you in the coaches room. Others of you in group coaching later this afternoon at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. Until then, again, trade well, trade safe, trade like a pro, be a market trader.